So now I'm going to continue working in the post. So simply you're going to create this div right here, which is going to be for the post infos. We're not going to have any images or Reacts for now. We didn't work on them yet, but we're going to prepare the divs and the style for them. And also same goes for the post actions right here. And also we're going to show this, but not going to be working until, you know, we work on the functions, but we're going to have them for now. Okay. And then we're going to have this one and this one. Okay. So let's continue with that. So after right here, we're going to have a div that's called post infos. And then we're going to have a div that's called Reacts. That's going to be count, Reacts count. Okay, and then inside there's going to be Reacts count images. And right here we're going to have the images. I don't have them for now, so we're going to go after that. And then we're going to have .react count num. That's going to be for the numbers that we have. Okay, how many Reacts. Okay, and then we're going to go after that. And then we're going to have a div to write, which is going to be the right. So it's going to be one for the comments, like for example dot comments count. Okay, and then another that's called share count. And let's have some static data right here, like one share, like for example 13 comments. Okay, and you're going to see them right now. So we can go back to the size and work on those first so you can see them. So before the media query, you're going to start with the post infos. Okay, and we're going to have a display flex, line items center. Okay, and then we're gonna justify content, space not space around, space between. Okay, so this is the left side is gonna be for the React, and the right is gonna be for the comments and shares. Okay, so the padding is gonna be 10 pixels. Okay, and then we're gonna go to React count, display flex, line item center, gap 5 pixel. Okay, then go to React count images. Same way, display flex, line item center, and then a gap of 1. And then we're going to select the same div, but the image, and then the width is going to be 18 pixel. And then we're going to go to the React count with this number. Okay, and this is font size is going to be 14 pixels. Okay, and then the color is going to be a variable to be color secondary. Okay, and then after that we're going to go to right, and then we're gonna have a display flex, and then our line item is gonna be center. Okay, so now they are flexed. They are on the same line, and then the gap is gonna be 10 pixels. So now we have a space, and the color is gonna be var color secondary. Okay, and then we're gonna have a font size to be 15, like this. Okay, but we can also add like a hover for him. It's gonna be an underline. We should have worked like style for it, like when you hover on him it gets like this, but we didn't. Okay, so maybe you can simply take that div, and then let me show you what I'm gonna do. When we hover, when I have the text underline, so text decoration is gonna be underline. So when we hover right here we get this. Okay, but we want to do it for every single one of them, okay, you know, separately. Okay, so let me take that, so I can do that. Also right here we're gonna have the cursor to be pointer. So now you have it, not this one, the comments. Okay, so we have it. Now we should do the same right here. So let me just copy that like this, and this is going to be share counts, and also let me remove this right here. Okay, so let's try again, and now as you see we have them both fine. Okay, there is no problem with that. Okay, so we can also go back and work on the post action. So let's go back to the post. And after this post info, we're gonna have another div that's called post actions, and then we're gonna have another div that's called post action, and we're gonna have an icon which is gonna be like icon, and then we're gonna have a span that says like. Okay, like this, as you see right here. We're gonna take the same div, we're gonna paste it 2 times. This one is gonna be comments icon, and this one is gonna be share icon, and this one is going to be share, and this is going to be comments. Okay, like this. Okay, as you see now everything is all right. Okay, also for the post action I want to add the hover class, so hover one. Okay, so now we have it. So now we can go back right here and work on it. So right here, post actions, position relative, and then we're gonna have a display grid. Okay, so we want to have a grid of 1 column for all of these ones. So create simplest columns, we're going to use repeat 3 1 fr. Okay, so that's the way we want it. So this is post actions, that's why it's not showing. So now as you see, this is what we want. Also we're gonna have a padding, and the padding is gonna be top 0, 8 pixels from right, 5 from bottom, and 8 from left. So like this. And then also we're gonna have a border top. It's gonna be 1 pixel solid, and the variable is gonna be bg third. Okay, we just copy that and have it for the bottom also. Okay, and then after this we're gonna have a margin, so 0, and then 10 pixel right and left. So that's another thing. And then we're gonna have the padding is gonna be 5 pixels top and bottom, and 0 from right and left. Okay, and then we're gonna go to the post action, and then simply we're gonna have position relative, and then display flex, align item center. Okay, and then we're gonna have a gap to be 10 pixels. Also let me add justify content center, and then after the gap we're gonna have a cursor pointer. Okay, and then the padding from top and bottom is gonna be 7 pixels, and then 0 from right and left, so sorry, 0 right here. And then we're gonna have a border radius which is gonna be 5 pixels. Okay, let me go back and see it. So now it looks way better. So also we're gonna work on that span right there. So we can select the post action and then select the span, and the color is gonna be variable, and it's gonna be bg, not bg, it's gonna be color secondary, sorry. And then after that the font weight is gonna be 600, and then the font size is gonna be 14. And then also we're gonna have something, let me just see, transform, and then we're gonna have a translate y, and then we're gonna push it up a bit, which is -1 pixel. Okay, like this. So as you see right here, now we have it. We can back and compare it with this one. So I feel like it's the same one. Okay, right here, if we go back and maximize this, and it looks exactly the same. Okay, I wish this is all fine. Okay, so now we're gonna work on this one. When we have this, we want to open that div, so let's work on that then, and then work on the logic. So we can go back right here and the post folder, we're gonna have a new component. Let's call it reacts. Okay, it's gonna be like this, reacts popup.js. okay, and then RFC right here, like that. Let me remove that. Okay, so right here, go back, and then I'm gonna paste an array, and this array are gonna have all the informations of the reacts that we're gonna have, like, love, wow, set, agree, and the rest, and also the image or the gif related to it. Okay, you're gonna see when we go through all of them. Okay, so let's go back right to post, and then after post actions, let me call that, so reacts popup. Okay, and this is gonna be like this. Don't worry about this, this is overflowing because of this element, but when we position it, absolutely not gonna have this problem. Okay, so let's go back right here, and then right here we're gonna have a class name that's called reacts popup. Okay, and then inside this we're gonna have let me just see, so we're gonna have reacts class. Okay, and this reacts class, so simply let me just go first of all and go map through all the, so we're gonna go reacts array dot map, and then we're gonna get the react and also the index. Simply right here we're gonna have a div that's called reacts. Okay, and the key is gonna be the index, and then inside this we're gonna have an image, and the source of the image is gonna be the react dot image that we have right here. Okay, so that's the first thing. Okay, as you see we have all the images there, so that's the first thing important. And then also we're gonna have, let me just see, okay, we don't need anything else. Okay, so that's all we need, so we can go back to the styles and work on them. Okay, we're not gonna need any text. Okay, so after this, so reacts popup, and then simply right here is gonna have display flex, align item center, and then the position is gonna be absolute. Okay, so also we're gonna have the background to be white, so variable bg primary, and then we're gonna have the padding to be 5 pixel, and then 15 from right and left. Okay, and then we're gonna have border radius to be 50 pixel, and then we're gonna have the top of, from the top is gonna be minus 3.4 RAM. Okay, this is gonna be after position absolute, so it doesn't create any problem. Okay, also we're gonna have the gap, or to understand more, okay, you just also, even for the size, you can like organize them, so the position, it goes in the first, and then this the display goes second, the background goes third, depending on what you want. Okay, I don't care about that, so it doesn't matter for me. I just write. Okay, so we're gonna have also box shadow, and it's gonna be 0, 1 pixel, 2 pixel, and the variable for shadow is gonna be shadow 1, like this. So let's go and then select every single image of the React itself, and then we're just simply gonna have the cursor to be pointed. Okay, and then we're gonna add transition, which is gonna be all 0.2 seconds. Okay, and then we're gonna go and select the image inside the React. So when we have it on it first, we're just gonna transform and then scale it to 1.3. Okay, so we're gonna make it bigger, and then we're gonna go to the image inside, and just simply make the width 42 pixels. Okay, as you see right there, and then the height the same. Okay, and the object fit to be cover like this. Okay, so this is what we wanted to do. This looks absolutely nice. Okay, so when you hover on it, and also this is not going to be visible in the beginning until we hover on this one, and then when we go outside it, then it goes out. Okay, it doesn't display anymore, so we're gonna have display none. So now it's not showing, or maybe we don't need it right here. We can just simply go back to the React pop-up and define like a state. So const, let me add the array outside of this. It says better, and then we're gonna have the state right here, like visible, set visible, set visible. I can't see when I'm inside visible. Like my eyes don't see. Like I have a real problem in my eyes. So this is gonna be in the beginning false. Okay, and this is simply, this React pop-up is not going to be shown until visible is true. Okay, so when visible is true, okay, what's the problem? Okay, we can't do that directly. Okay, so we can just simply return an empty tag, and then inside this we do, okay, so this is going to be inside this, okay, like that, and then this way. Okay, I hope you understand what I've done right there. So now we can go right here, and then if visible is true, then we show this. Okay, so now it's not going to be visible. And one of the things right here, so we need to control the visible from outside. So we're going to take this state and go back to the post and have the state right here. Okay, so if we want to control it from outside, we need to have it here. Okay, so let me call the use state, and then pass the visible and set the visible from here. Let me just pass it. So is the component, the React pop-up. Okay, let's pass the visible. You can go right here and then get it from the props. Okay, so we can't pass from lower to higher, you know, components, but we can do it from higher to lower. Okay, so now we can't see it, but now we want to go back to the post, and right here, which is this one, this post action, hover one. Okay, we can add on mouse over. Okay, or mouse down or whatever, on mouse over, we're gonna have a function, or simply can do it right here. So it's gonna be set visible. We've done this many times. It's gonna be true. Okay, that means when we hover on mouse over, that's like hover. Okay, so now when we hover, it's gonna see, but we're gonna hide this also, so we're gonna need to copy this, and this is gonna be on mouse leave, which is gonna be when you unhover. I wanna make it false. So this is all I'm gonna do. So refresh, so, and start again. Okay, so now I hover it, and now I can see it, but when I hover out, it stops. Okay, but as you see, there's a problem right here. Okay, because this elements right here create this problem. Okay, simply. So I got a brilliant idea and a brilliant fix for this problem. Okay, so let's go slowly to understand. So the first thing I want, when I hover right here, I want to wait half a second, then show it. I don't want to show this directly, but I want to wait like half a second, which is the same thing that Facebook does. It doesn't just show it, it waits a bit, then show it. Okay, so we can go right here, use the setTimeMouse function, which is the function that we wait. We worked with it before, so we're gonna wait 500, which is half a second, and then do the same thing. So now, as you see, it's gonna wait a bit, and then show it. So we can take that and use it again right here. And this time it's going to be false. Okay, So now I have her right here, I have her here, it's gonna wait half a second and then it hides. Okay, but the thing is, we can take all of that right here, the same functions, and then we're gonna go to the components for the pop-up and do the same thing. Okay, and then we're gonna pass the set visible right here, and then this passage from to the components from here. Okay, so and wait now. So now when I have it right here, it's giving me half a second and I still have it right here. So now when I mouse leave, it gives me the half second from the elements before and the half second from there. And in that half second that it waits, is going to be already right here. We have this right here, okay? So in that half second is going to be have the mouse over. And when it's mouse over, that means the visible is going to be 2. So now as you see right here, it's going to wait the half second as I put it right here. So the visible is always going to be true. And that gives me the ability to stay here. And now when I hover out, then it waits half a second and goes out. So this is a brilliant way and a brilliant fix, and I think this is pretty awesome. So I just right here, when I go out, I just wait half a second to give me the ability to check this. And when I check this right here, simply set it visible to true when I'm hovering that component or that pop-up. Okay, so this is all done for the Reacts. Okay, so I think this is all right. So as you see, everything is fine. So now we're going to continue and, like, for example, show this one right here for the comments and stuff.